it's rushing really nicely over there. And look how many that is. Throw that layer of topsoil on, then throw all the sod down, and they all interlock like that. Excuse me, guys.
Let's catch 'em up. Woo! With Catch 'em All Fishing with Zak Catchem. Look at this fish. Catch 'em up.
Welcome, my friends, to Valhalla. At least the beginning of it. We're all done with the digging and manual labor. I almost fell right now, right into the pond. But anyway, you can see all of our fish enjoying their new waterfall, their new exits. Beautiful right there, all three of them. The water is now coming from here. Let me just show you really quick in case you're brand new to the channel. We have two pumps pushing water about 4,000 to 3,000 gallons per hour right here, going down those exit pipes all the way through here. There's a labyrinth of exit pipes that go into this koi pond. There's some fish in there. We gotta get them out. That's what that noise is. But don't worry, don't worry about that. Into this pond through another exit pipe. You can actually hear that fish. Hear that? Hello? Hello? Anyway, there's fish in there. Oh. Again. Yeah, you heard that. Anyway, there's fish that go every single direction. So the giant Paku pond over here with big red, water spewing right here out of these two pumps. Boom, boom. So two pumps power all of this. Then the water goes underground through this mound and into what you see here, coming down very slowly down here. But once again, that is two very powerful pumps that are pumping all of that right into this pond, as we also have over there with the waterfall we've created. I left that mat down, the liner, and on the ground just for that one day when I was doing all that building in the last video, and it nearly killed all the grass. You could see how discolored it is right there. It was just fresh bright green like the rest of this, and boom, got zapped because it was so hot underneath that black liner. So we are going to cover up the black liner today. Although our fish actually like the heat, most of them are very tropical exotic fish, like those iridescent sharks, like that arowana, like some of these exotic catfish. The koi fish do pretty well on like any temperature, super high to super low, especially super low, but moderate. But fish like these Oscars, they will get zapped in the cold, although they are pretty hardy fish. But big sharks like that, they like that nice warm water. So we're actually going to use this as kind of like a heat tank when it gets cold. That's why I tried to hurry up and build this as fast as I possibly could. This is all going to be nice and warm water that's going to be flowing down to these guys. Hey, big largemouth, how you doing? And they will enjoy that. So we got water coming in from these two pumps, boom and boom. One is a little bit stronger than the other. I think one is actually 5,000 gallons per hour, and the other one is around 3,600 to 4,200. And that's pushing all the water down the waterfall from here. Now we just have to dress this up really nice. But on the back side of this, this is now null and void. This is all just no man's land back here, unfortunately, where all these birds are. We just had a turtle run around back here. A carp even swam back here. But now, without the water coming in and out the other side, this is just dead. It's a dead zone. I mean, there's a lot of fish in here still. I see little peacocks, stuff like that. There probably, I don't think there's any snakeheads that I can see. But you can just see that running around. There's little tiny fish that are actually still in here. But they have nowhere to escape. So, I'm going to dig a trench right down here. I gotta dig it a little bit deeper. As you can see, the water levels went down and all of our rocks are exposed, went down like 1.5 feet. Just in this past week, it hasn't rained as much. It's barely sprinkled, but that heat just zapped the water, goes straight down. So now, where all that water was coming out, it kind of built like a mound of sand. It's pretty crazy. All the fish follow me around, the tilapia and stuff. But that big mound of sand, if I just dig this out and make it deep, I feel like fish will go in and out of here just to breed. All little baby fish are in here. Snakeheads have already come and go in here. Snakeheads love that type of weird, just stagnant water. And if I throw a little bit of hay, just a couple bales of hay, In here, I won't have any type of mosquito problem. We do not want a mosquito problem. All these little guys just waiting for me to feed them. Look at them all. Look at them. Oh my God. Tilapia farm back here. My goodness. But we're not feeding these guys today. They ate enough right back here. But they would love to come back here if I kept throwing food back here. You can see there's still dog food and stuff from earlier today. I have been throwing food back here, but I did forget that this is completely cut off. This is no water that was once flowing and making the mighty Mississippi Catchem. Seriously, there was a lot of water. You can see it's already back down like 1.5 feet, and that water level has dropped down even more without having that big push of water. That was a lot of water. That's all 4 of those pumps would have been pushing water back here. So what I'm gonna do, like I said before, is I'm actually gonna dig this out a little bit, maybe deeper. I don't know about wider, but definitely deeper. And that way, whatever fish want to be back here, as you can see, it's stacked up. There's fish on fish. Whatever fish want to come back here, they can literally just swim under the bridge and into this no man's zone. And maybe I can even set up a system where I can trap them. Something really cool like that. We'll be able to kind of keep fish back there. Look at this. Look at all the tilapia. Look at everything that's hungry. There's thousands of fish down there, and they're all hungry. They want to hang out. They want to be part of the Catchem army. So they want to swim back here, but they have no way to do that since this is all like silted up thanks to all those pumps flowing at the same time. So if you'll excuse me, guys, I'm going to come back to that project in just a minute. We do have a bridge. We have a couple of these, and we got some more on the back of that cart right there that I just threw on the back of my big old truck, and it was a big pain, but I think it's going to look really, really nice as we fill up the sides of this and try to make this all natural. Remember, it flows from here. That all comes up through the tubes. If you haven't seen what we did yesterday, we built this whole thing. Might as well start taking this apart as we speak. Boom. So this is all protected. Pumps down there coming from the lake, fresh flowing water non-stop into this. This has got to be 4 feet. I haven't really measured it, but that's really deep, like surprisingly deep. I just kept digging and I filled this up. It matched up perfectly. And this goes down here. Those are just some bricks to make sure the liner where we sealed it is looking good. You can see those big old bricks down there. Boom, water comes out here. Here's the waterfall. I think I'm gonna put some of those, or some style of them, right here. I think that'd be the best way, because these are all together, guys. They're all one piece. And if I just somehow like maybe twist tie them together, I think they'll look really cool. And there's some slightly more natural pieces that I got back there that are something similar to this. I think it will just look really banging. I'm gonna show you in just a second. I have tons and tons of this white rock, a little bit extra right there, as you can see, if I do need it to just finish up the edges. But there's nothing in here right now, absolutely nothing. And whatever we put in here, I want it to be big, and I want to be able to separate it from everything else. This is massive. This has got to be, I don't know, if I had to guess, now that it's all said and done, I'm not even gonna guess. We'll measure it together in just a minute. So right here, big largemouth bass is waiting at this little spillway I just made. Obviously Oscar, everything else, they love waiting here at the spillway. It's all natural, so cool. And now destroyed this wall, rebuilt it to have these exits now coming out that way, all black. I'm gonna hide that with a little bit of this just fake stuff. And this fake stuff is super expensive, but it looks amazing and it holds together really well. Those are our exits now. We're all said and done. I'm gonna put some sod on this after I first put a layer of topsoil all over this. That's the way to cheat with sand, or like a sandy stuff. If you're working down here in South Florida, as soon as you start digging, it gets to be sand really, really quick. If it's not like covered in a tree area or a tree line, it's really sandy. So I'm gonna throw just a layer of topsoil really quick, something like this. It doesn't really matter what it is. Throw that layer of topsoil on, then throw all the sod down, and the sod should take. All done with that, all good to go. Sod's gonna look all natural in about a week, maybe 2 tops. I mean, that grass grows in quickly. You see that fake stuff and why I put that there? All of that grass is gonna grow over it anyway, but I don't want it to grow and clog up the pipes. I don't want the root system to get down there. It's okay if like the little leaves get down in there, easy to clean out. But when the roots start going down into the pipes, it becomes a problem. So I left that there so only the leaves would really get into that system and it wouldn't give me a pain in my head. Well, a little later on, like that sprinkler I keep tripping over does. See what I'm saying right here? It's okay if the little bit of grass goes down in there, that's fine. Eventually it'll just break up and deteriorate and then go right back out. But I don't want the root system to get inside those holes. If the root system gets in those holes, like, it's a real pain to get out. It can be really hard to remove. Okie dokie, now we're backing up over here so I can get all this rock into that pond. We're all settled in. So I bought, how many did I get of this? 24, 22, something like that. But you can see the patterns are pretty cool. They look like a stone pavers and they all interlock like that. So you can pretty much do what you want. They interlock lengthwise, like one after the other, and they interlock this way too. So it's really cool. It's a cool item, and in between them is just all little pieces of plastic that keep them together. And I think that little shiftiness can make for a really cool cover for not only the sides of this, but for especially this part. I think that's going to be the coolest thing, and one way to keep little pretty crawly creatures with little, like, you know, the slicers, what is it, the claws, with the claws from clawing up all of this area when they're trying to get the food and whatever else washes up over here, especially these birds. These things are freaking everywhere. Now, I did have one kind of break on me immediately, but these are looking great, and I still have a ton of them to just line this entire side where that water is coming from, and it looked like it kind of even helped with the water flow. You can see that it's like pushing over. It's rushing really nicely over there, and it's not catching leaves anymore. The leaves are just going right through that center part and right over. Hello, Mr. Oscar. How do you approve? Do you approve? Very nice. Very nice. I like it. It looks pretty good from here, guys. I must say that is working splendid, and you can see that from anywhere, from the jacuzzi, from the pool, from this whole space. I just let that flow for a while over there just to see how it looks, and it's looking great. My mom just called me. She said that she has actually an iguana in her toilet that swam up the sewer. You guys know she has like a crazy iguana infestation. Like, they're all over her streets, all over everything. But I didn't have time to run down there, but I tried to tell her how to do it. She ended up breaking off the tail and it swam back down in her toilet. So good luck to her. But we'll probably go over there in the next couple of days if that thing doesn't come up. So let's see what we got going on over here. Once again, not a single leaf has gotten stuck since I put these down, and I'd say it's been half an hour since I let it sit. Everyone's sitting at the spillway. Looks great, settled it nice, and that looks amazing. I am going to continue to put these down. Hopefully they don't break anymore. One just broke. I didn't seal them together or tie them together or anything. I just threw them up there, laid them down. So let's see how it looks when I put all of them down in about 5 minutes. I must say, guys, that was a great idea, and it looks absolutely flawless. Check that out. I didn't seal anything. I didn't put any cement down. I didn't have to pour anything. And if one breaks, I can just replace it. This is so awesome, and it looks so good. How does that look so good? And it even helps with the water flow. The water flow is now perfectly down the center, looking like an actual freaking waterfall. Everyone's loving it. All the fish are lined up, not even bothered. This is so cool, and it looks so good. I love it. Now I have a few extras. That was all it took. I don't know how many that actually took, but let's see. I think I had 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30. So I definitely did the math wrong. 24 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I used 18 to build this whole entire thing, and that covered it up nicely. From the other side, you can't see much, but it has a nice little layer of like a rim type of thing. So if a fish did want to jump over, probably hit that and go the other way. With everyone slowly just not moving, the day's coming to an end. You can see all the little fish on the surface here right in front of me. There's actually a ton more, probably about as many as these birds. And you can see them scatter. Let's see if I can get a little closer. There are a ton of fish down there, actually. Like a ton of them, guys. A lot more than I thought. I knew there was like a decent amount, but I've seen a couple peacocks now and a ridiculous amount of little bluegill down here, guys. So we're definitely gonna go. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I might be able to get them with the zoom. Check that out. Look, bunch of bluegill. Look how many that is. Bluegill and peacocks and other things that are just part of the lake. Now they have like, maybe, oh, they just ran. Peacocks probably attacked them. So we have to cut this out. Look, oh my God, there's a crab. A crab that looks like a chunk was bit out of it, probably by that turtle that my son and I caught. But these guys are all stacked up. You can see that. That looks, dude, that's a lot of bait. That's a ton. Most of that is bait. Some of them are peacocks. Most of that is bluegill. But look, they got splashed. That's a peacock attacking small bluegill. You can see there's barely a trickle even left in this creek. That's what we're going to dig up very soon. I think that's going to have to wait to another episode though. These guys, there's a lot of them, and it's a lot of digging, son. I need to give my little arms a break. I mean my ginormous arms, by the way. Just, I have twins and they're very heavy. Now it's time to handle this whole situation. The edges are just endless, it seems. We should measure this, but we really don't have to until we're done with everything, because I can just eyeball it. This guy's trying to do like a salmon and jump over this thing, but it's just the right height that he can't make that jump. So I'm gonna cover all of this for the most part with this fakey like grass stuff that's super expensive, guys. I don't recommend, if you're gonna buy it, just to throw it outside unless you got money to blow. It's so expensive, but I had it all and I can reuse it, and I have a huge pile of it way back there, as you can see. So I'm gonna bring all that over here and just line the edges and use probably bits and pieces, what I have left of this, to just put that together and kind of just hold it down without having these big giant ugly cinder blocks. Yeah, when I say I have a lot of this stuff, I was not kidding. Look how much is just all piled up. I hope there's no snakes or anything crazy in here, or if there are snakes, it's a nice little python I can turn into a belt. But anything venomous, please don't be in here. I gotta take all this stuff out as much as I can, and I gotta use this to line up the edges of our pond back there. These guys, I wish I could just turn you into little Cinderella things and humans and help me out right now. I could use it. I didn't even start trying yet, just kind of eyeing things out, and it's looking great, dude. It's hiding the liner wonderfully. Nothing's pinned down, just laid on top. That's what I found back there, dude. Look how much stuff that is. That's all artificial grass. That's like, it goes on forever. And I have a bunch of this other stuff too. I have a bunch of this little plant life to kind of hide the waterfall. This whole thing that just folds up. Lowe's sells like all of this. It's the best. Home Depot, online, Amazon. Half of this was from Amazon, half of this one from Lowe's, a little bit was from Home Depot. So you can find all this everywhere. So it's coming together pretty well. And there's two different colors I have. I'm gonna go with the like a less bright color, less vibrant, but for now I'm gonna start with this since I have this all lined up nice, and see where we go from here, see how it ends up looking. We interrupt this segment for a daily feeding from my wife and Bobby's. Hello! Hello, Henry. Hello, Mr. Duck that got absolutely annihilated and only has one friend left in the world. Unfortunately, the coyotes got that duck's friend. There used to be two ducks. I actually filmed a video a long time ago with them. They were really cool. They're my neighbor's pets, and they released them back here, and then one of them got annihilated by a coyote, and their chickens got annihilated by some gigantic raccoons that we actually caught, but coyote's still out there. Didn't even add any rocks, anything to that, and it's already looking absolutely phenomenal. Let's take a couple steps back and see how it looks if we were far away. Looks great. Fish are on this side enjoying all that water. Got the birds in the view like Lion King. Seriously though, it's not catching many leaves or anything like that. That's all gonna grow in together. We just poked that down. That it looks great already without even really trying, and that just looks like regular creek. So we still have a ton of extra stuff to do as far as our waterfall itself. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe some more rocks. Oh my god, we might have just enough rocks right here to make a fake little waterfall right here using those bricks. I'm gonna have to think about it for a second because it's a little bit technical. I don't have any extra liner, but if I can stack them right, I can maybe I can make it look like some of these bricks are part of that waterfall. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left, and that one is destroyed. So I'm gonna take a peek at it. Mr. Blimpy, you want to jump up here and give me a hand? Not gonna lie, guys, it looks pretty darn good. I mean, this little bit of stone thing that I found is magnificent. That waterfall looks pretty good spitting out of there like that. I think I'm gonna dress it up with that like brighter green stuff just here and there poking out. But I mean, overall, let's take a step back. Excuse me, Mr. Blimp. Excuse me, guys. I think that looks pretty good, dude, especially from far away. That's gonna look sick. We don't have enough of these because I wasn't expecting to use all of them. To be honest, it just looks great, but I have a little problem that's gonna take me approximately 2 seconds. I just had some extra tubing and I didn't want to waste any of the tubing, so I'm gonna cinch it off right here and then that'll be that. So I need to cut this tubing in half, and that way I won't have all that extra. But in case I wanted a fountain or waterfall that was really high, I gave myself all that excess tubing, so we're good to go right there, son. And without shutting off any of the pumps, anything like that, all the fish are thriving in every direction. I give you the final product of what we built, guys. It looks pretty freaking cool. Now I really should finish the rocks with what's going down the middle there, but I just had all these extra little flat rocks. The same general thing, you just lie them down just for the video's sake to finish things off. Everything is all done. That's going to grow in really well. Our exits are working fine, perfectly. I ran into some complications, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the pipes actually had little holes in them. I had to repair them with some saran wrap, some fixtures, some 5x16 nuts and bolts. Don't worry about it. That's something I've shown you before, and if you haven't seen it, there's plenty of videos on it on my channel. But we're all said and done over here, guys. And like I said, I think I'm gonna go buy some more of these just to make that uniform on either side, and keep these as a little pathway thing somewhere over there. But just to finish the video so you guys can see it, I can lift these up anytime. What I wanted to show you really quick, in case you didn't understand, these just come right off. You see, they're all in one piece usually, both sides, just like that. And they come right up, come right down, and that's that. No sealing, no spikes, no nothing. Hurricane comes, I mean, it'd have to be a crazy hurricane to blow away some cement literally lying flat on the ground next to the water. That'd be crazy, but it looks absolutely awesome. Got the spillway monster lurking right there like they usually do, waiting for an unsuspecting victim. That looks like an alligator. That guy is so big. His head is as wide as one too. These guys look absolutely amazing. Super happy with their new little waterfall feature. Water coming in from that way, from those ponds, from the pool ponds, trickling down 2 pumps that way, 2 pumps coming that way from our little waterfall that we just built. Just did all this. This is a 3-day project. This is the final day, except I only used like maybe 3 hours on this part. This is just the decorative stuff. And yes, I know, Henry. I know, Henry. We're gonna get to that spot in a second. I know it's gross. I know. Anyway, guys, even that big old goose wants me to end the video. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I am soaked, I am gross. I gotta go cook for my wife and the babies, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Carlos, appreciate you eating, everybody. We have to hollow out that opening to create not only a new sanctuary for you, Mr. Big Old Goose Henry, but the rest of the fish that want to swim in through that side, through the lake, through the end of the day. This is just a big dead end pretty much for all the canal systems, and sometimes they get trapped. Hopefully they swim all the way through there if I keep throwing food in that back little area, and that'll be really cool to see if we can catch something. Maybe turn that whole thing into kind of like a trap. I mean, we caught that big old carp back there. There's nothing bigger than that, I mean, that we won't be able to handle. So boom, 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 got everything done, ready to go, ready for a new monster into this beautiful sanctuary, all lined up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed making it for you, and stay tuned for the next episode because we got to catch a monster to throw in that monster pool. So we're gonna go out there and try our best to
Catch him up.
Woo!
Catch him up.